folks, and welcome to another episode of That Ninja Show. ShinobiJuan here. I want to record this episode as kind of like a follow-up. Well, the beginning part of it's going to be a follow-up to the proposed ninja sword ban in across the pond here. I did get a lot of feedback from y'all on the on and off that last video. I want to thank a few people as well. I definitely want to thank New World Hoarder. He is an Englishman. He did chime off. There were some other people that also chimed in that are over there as well. Very grateful for y'all to give me the feedback. Also to give me the play-by-play from those who are actually there. I started doing a little bit more research as well. And apparently ninja swords are added to the list of prohibited weapons of the Criminal Justice Act of 1988. Their legal description, which is proposed right now, is really coming down to a fixed blade between 14 and 24 inches, a single straight cutting edge, and a tanto style point, as you would probably see like right here on what this gentleman is carrying. Evil Ninja here is standing with his amazing Ninja 3 outfit and classic or modernized Ninja toe with tanto tip. Of course, being within the shorter distance area, he would be in deep kimchi over there and over there in the European area there. So with that, now did also get a clarification. Not all kitchen knives are on the ban list as well. Now, sorry, I had to cough. Still sick, hence why I'm not in my garb. Don't want to muck up my my mask. But anyway, not all kitchen knives are on the ban list, as I was originally told. There are some specific style knives that fall into this category. There's like a tuna knife that falls within that range. That also has a straight edge to it. So that one is particularly on the ban list, unfortunately. But not a lot of people are cutting tuna that I know of anywhere. Usually people buy it in a can, if anything, or at a fish market, and it's already cut. Anyway, the general defenses to the law is if they're antique, but as we all know, these type of swords, and that one in particular, were never antique. They were brought forth in the 80s by that gentleman back there, and well, you can't see him, but he's up there too. Oh, and right there too. Anyway, so they were brought forth into the spotlight in the 80s and such. Other defenses, functions carried out on behalf of the crown. So if James Bond was a ninja, he could carry that if he wanted to. Historical importance. Yeah. I mean, to us, these have historical importance to us because we grew up with seeing these swords in these movies. Making available to a museum or a gallery. Not a lot of times do you have like ninja swords, ninja toe of the 80s as like a museum exhibit or a gallery. That would be kind of cool though, I would think. Yeah. Educational purposes. So yeah, there are practitioners in ninjutsu and abroad, but I think they tend to lean more to the shinobi katana. But then again, there are shinobi katana that can fall in that area as well, depending on the straight edge and the length, of course. And then film and theatrical performances. So yes, if we were making a ninja movie over there, we could still put those into use, so to speak. Now for curved swords, there's still some defenses on that. If they're made before 1954, if they're made traditional methods by hand. This one was interesting. Religious reasons and ceremonies, which includes zombie-style knives and machetes. The Lord has told me to go forth and beat the zombies with a zombie knife or a machete. That's interesting. Historical reenactment and sporting activity. Sporting? Well, maybe Kenjutsu. But this is, of course, what applies to curved swords. And then the last one, blunt. If it's a blunt sword. So, but it was fun looking into this a little bit more, seeking out more truth. Again, thank you to New World Hoarder and some of my other people who posted on there, and to give me that feedback. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna acknowledge y'all as well at the end of this video and in the comments. Really appreciate y'all giving me some feedback. Also doing a little bit more digging into this and looking at this information. There'll be a link to this, which was off the UK government's website. So if y'all want to look into a little bit more, just kind of be in the know, you can. But again, thank you. Doesn't seem like a lot of people will be affected by this all that much, because yeah, it's like what some of y'all said, it's going to be some of the wall hangers that we tend to just kind of have for decorative purposes, and not really something that is used for defensive or training purposes per se. So once again, thank you, appreciate it. And so this next segment, we're going to go a little bit deep on some stuff that I wanted to talk about. And yeah. So on to the next thing. Stay tuned for more of That Ninja Show. Welcome back, folks. As you can see, my associate producer here, Natasha, kind of checking out the studio, so to speak, making sure everything is in order for her and me. So thank you, Natasha, for making your appearance here. This past March was a gut punch for a lot of reasons on the personal level, and also we saw the loss of some amazing people. Richard Norton, who is known for quite a bunch of martial arts movies. I remember him fairly well for The Octagon. That was one of my favorite movies with him and Chuck Norris. I always make fun of Chuck whispering in that movie. Why is he whispering? And then also Lee Van Cleef, my other movie hero. Used to watch all of his westerns, and then of course Escape from New York, and then of course The Master. So Richard evolved. He lived life to the fullest. Seeing him being an active poster on the Hollywood Ninja movie boards was awesome. Having him share his pride in his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu academy, that was awesome. Seeing him, with pictures of him with such, jiu-jitsu greats like Higa Machado and the Machado brothers, pictures with him and Benny the Jet, with Chuck. He was only there like, a like maybe a day or two before he passed. And so his loss to the martial arts community, to the Hollywood martial arts community, and to the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu community is a massive loss. And I wish all the best for him and his family. My heart goes out to them, and it was definitely a shock to everyone that his loss took place. So I know for me, it made me do some self-reflection, because March is usually a bad month for me anyways. March is sort of like my anniversary for some great tragedy that happened upon my life. Well, it's kind of like the tip of the iceberg, so to speak. And I've talked about it before on here. Where from the loss of my father to the pandemic isolating me from friends and family while I was on the mend from my heart surgery, I had to do my cardiac rehabilitation on my own. And while I survived the heart attack, I stopped living. And I started to realize that over time. This channel has been sort of therapeutic for me, because I got to reach out to a lot of you. I have my close friends. I have a very small circle of friends, and there's like my buddy Brandon, my buddy Josh, my buddy Rolando, my buddy Justin Dalby especially. I've known Justin a long, long time. I've known Josh a long, long time. These are friends of mine that basically pick me up off my feet. And I've given tribute to them in the past, and I've given thanks to them in the past, but this was self-realization for me for March, because the depression that came after the heart surgery and the isolation, because there was a massive falling out amongst my family, which still continues today. There's one of my siblings that I want nothing to do with after the betrayal that she's done. She committed some betrayal and fraud to my father, and which there was a vehicle that my father had purchased for me to drive him around, and she wrangled her way into basically stealing that vehicle from my father and from myself. So I have no contact with her, and I don't wish to ever again. But a lot of that really brought me down, and it really grounded me in a point where I stopped living. But this channel gave me an outlet to start living again, to just eventually reach out to those of you and find common ground, not just through ninja stuff, but in talking with y'all and seeing some of the things that each of you has encountered in life, and kind of gave me the push that I needed to get my ass back in gear. And so, like my buddy Tim, who I talk to on a regular basis, Tim sent me some of his books that he wrote, in ninjutsu for my birthday. I'm still reading them, Tim. Can't thank you enough. Looking forward to meeting you in May. He's coming to visit in May. My buddy Eddie, who is an amazing guitarist and has an amazing guitar collection. He bought some of the stuff that I had to let go of in order to keep afloat on some of the things that I was dealing with here. But there's a lot of you that I've met through this channel, and I'm very grateful to each and every one of you. We got over 500 subscribers. There's over 500 people that subscribe to this channel. Holy crap. I'm still kind of, I was hopeful that we would get some, some more people to notice this channel, but it's still kind of surreal to me. I'm grateful, but there has been a lot of you that I've interacted with along the way and have made new friendships, which never thought I would. I'm a pretty close-ended person initially, and yeah, me being in front of a camera and talking to y'all and making friends with y'all. My buddy Frank, who runs the Hollywood Ninja boards, I still want to go to Germany and see his museum of Enter the Ninja and American Ninja movie props. I mean, he's a collector. Greg, who's got an amazing knife collection and sword collection, runs a gym in Australia. Definitely want to go hang out with him. Don't know how well I would do in training. I am getting back to Aikido. I dug out my hakama and my gi top so I can do some training and stuff. And so been doing just some normal warm-ups and stuff around here, and there is a couple of schools here now in San Antonio that I plan on attending and just seeing what they're all about. But I'm grateful to each and every one of you. I called up a lot of my closest brothers to thank them for their friendship, their help to get me back to living again. Because like I said, my wallowing and my depression really kind of grounded me to where it was like, yeah, I survived the surgery, but I stopped living. And so now I'm trying to get myself back to full-on living again. There goes Natasha. And doing more things. I'm going to try and hit some conventions here in town. I want to try and grow the channel more. I want to maybe design some new shirts. I did talk to my buddy George, who designed a little logo that I may play with, and talk to him about more. And just continue to try and bring some worthy content, and maybe not just ninja stuff, but swords and personal stuff. A lot of you that I've talked to, we're on a friend basis where we definitely have those moments where we need to put stuff out on the table and talk it out. There's not a lot of times where you feel comfortable with like talking with someone therapy wise. And I'm not a therapist. I don't just have issues. I have a whole freaking subscription, people, So, but I'm working on me. I'm working on living, because life still goes on. And I did get another chance to still be here, and I don't want to waste it, and I have been wasting it. And that's what's really bummed me out in the long run. So I have my moment of Zen moments now where I'll go outside with my kiddos and hang out with them. They're waiting to go outside here in a little bit, but I wanted to record this. I wanted to reach out to y'all to thank each and every one of you for subscribing, number one. But for those of you that interact with me, that email me, that Facebook message me and say, hey man, I've got some stuff going on. Well, let's talk it out, man. What's going on? I may not be able to provide all the best advice in the world, but at least I'm someone that definitely wants to listen and relate, because I can relate to problems in general, be it a family or health or what have you. So I know this is totally an out of ninja uniform experience where we're talking about more than just ninja stuff, but I wanted to bring this to the table because I'm very grateful for each of you that has subscribed so far, and for the new people that have come in. Hopefully y'all aren't like, holy crap, this dude's bringing drama to his camera or whatever. It's like, unsubscribe. Hopefully that won't be the case. We will get back to more ninja-worthy topics and so forth. But to my friends that I've talked to, my brothers, don't stop living. To my one and only sibling, my sister Deb, start living for you. I love you. To my nieces, I'm grateful for. My grandnephew, I'm truly grateful for. That little boy is the funniest thing on the planet, and he does give me more of a push to start living again and start doing things for my friends, my family, and ultimately for myself. And you will be seeing more. I will be back in the ninja outfit. I'm still trying to get over this damn cold. Hopefully it's not something bad. Fingers crossed. But I'm getting over it, and I'm feeling better. And again, grateful to each and every one of you that took the time to press subscribe, that took the time to hit like, that took time to post a comment, that took time to message me and say, hey man, I had a bad day. I don't know what's going on. I may not have all the answers, but I do have a good pair of ears. Those still work. Even though they've been tested through a few rock concerts and a lot of gun shooting, they still work though. But for all of you out there that watch this video, for all of you out there that subscribe, don't stop living. Do what makes you happy. Seeing some of the most amazing people that do subscribe, from my brother Josh. He's a brother to no end. He stepped up and helped out a lot on me, and he's been through a lot lately. And I finally saw him after he's been down, and he's back up. He showed up here the other day, and we went for a drive out to go and run some errands, and it was cool to just interact with him again and catch up with him. And then even Tim, who, like I said, I'm meeting him in next month, May. I'm thinking about March again. But looking forward to meeting up with him, hanging out with him, talking ninja stuff, all that good stuff. So, Frank, hopefully I'm coming to Germany soon. Greg, Australia soon. Ryan, who has his shuriken shorts is what I call it. Ryan, I want to come and learn how to throw shurikens with you, brother. You're an amazing dude. I love it I will post a link to his channel because Ryan does some amazing video shorts with shurikens, and I feel like I need to go hang out with this guy. I don't know if he smokes cigars, but maybe hang out, smoke cigars, and throw shurikens at Targets and stuff just for the day. That would be amazing. In any case, if you like this video today, go ahead and like it. If there's any feedback you want to share, feel free to do so. Reach out to me, to my email address if you want to talk ninja stuff, life in general. Just need someone to talk to, and live your life. Live it to the fullest. Richard Norton lived his life to the fullest. I also want to give some attention to the loss of Richard Chamberlain, who was, in my opinion, the best Anjin-san of Shogun. Not taking too much away from you, Cosmo. I think you did a great job as well with the new series. But Chamberlain had swagger. Always had it. Great actor. Love what he did in that movie. In that series. And yes, rest in peace, Richard Chamberlain. Rest in peace, Richard Norton. Thank you for everything you've given us in the martial arts community. You will never be forgotten, sir. And to all of you that watch, to all of you that subscribe, live your life to the fullest. Enjoy what you have. Take stock in the great things in your life. I have taken definitely great stock in my life now and very grateful for what I have, including these little characters back here, or this one in particular. She's hiding again. But this one here, my little Natasha. Anyway, folks, like, comment, subscribe. T-shirts are still available. I am creating some more different designs and such soon. And, but for now, I have this one available. I'm going to upload some other variances on some of the other logos. So, anyway, thank you again. Sorry that we went deep. But I felt like I needed to put this out on there. Still working on me. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm working on it. And I have all of you to thank for keeping me in the fold here and keeping me going. And my cat is about to steal my pen, so I better go. Anyway, ShinobiJuan, signing off. Thank you again. Take care.